Welcome to the Tune Into Adventure podcast with your host, Rebecca. This is the podcast for women who are ready to say yes to themselves and to the adventures that call to them. Whether you're navigating a life transition, rediscovering your passions, or dreaming of the open road, this space is for you. Each week, Rebecca shares inspiring stories, practical tools, and honest conversations to help you turn your longing into action and your dreams into plans. If you've ever felt there's more waiting for you out there, you're in the right place. Now, take a deep breath, settle in, and let's begin.
Hi there. Have you ever missed out on something you really wanted? Not because you couldn't do it, but because fear talked you out of it? I'm feeling this more and more right now, all around this podcast. Around this podcast, that I want to talk to women about stepping out with a spirit of adventure and exploring whatever they're curious about to see if it's a fit, to step out of their comfort zone, to do something that feels bold. And here I am, minimizing my efforts and delaying putting another episode out because I am struggling with perfection and overwhelming myself. So today's episode is incredibly accurate. Not only that I get to share it with you, and we're coming into the holidays and everyone's going to be a little more self-aware than usual. And in the spirit of coming into a new year, what I'm going to share today, you may find particularly helpful. So, welcome to Tune Into Adventure. I'm your friend and host, Rebecca, and this is Milepost 2, Words to Live By. Today I'm sharing two different stories about fear. And after each story, I'm going to share an easy tool for calming those fears. The first story is about a deep-seated regret that I still feel today. The second is how I talked myself through a common fear and enjoyed the most amazing experience. So let's kick it off with, can you remember the last time you went roller skating? Was it at a roller rink? I'm totally aging myself by asking about roller rinks because I think most people just skate free and wild these days. But when I was in the 7th or 8th grade, our school hosted a roller skating party for our graduation, I think. And on the bus ride to the roller rink, a really cute boy, we'll call him Jeff, sat in the seat behind me and talked with my friend and I. Just as I was daydreaming about a couple skate in our future, Jeff asked his friend to ask my friend if I would couple skate with him. I said yes, of course, and was elated. This is going to be my very first couples skate. When we arrived at the skate rink, we did as all junior high students do and formed into our friend clumps and skated round and round in circles. We built our skating skills and courage to go faster and faster as we skated under the disco ball's spinning polka dots. We did the limbo, we skated the hokey pokey, and some of us tried even skating backwards. I never got that one down. Did you? And mixed in were the couple skates. Each couple skate came and went. I would head to the bathroom or tell Jeff, let's skate the next one, until the last couple skate, which was also the final skate event of the day, and Jeff came to get me. I totally chickened out. Right now, even as I share this story, I feel the deep-rooted feeling of disappointment in myself for chickening out from this skate that I so deeply wanted. I imagine Jeff skating backwards with his hands on my waist, me skating forward and smiling up at him dreamily, and then on the bus ride back to home, his friend asking my friend if I would be Jeff's girlfriend. Or better yet, receiving a note during our next shared class and reading his nervous handwriting asking me to be his girlfriend. However, those futures never occurred because I chickened out of that one single couple skate. Why did I chicken out? Why had I not accepted or sought him out for one of the early couple skates? Why? Because everyone would see me. They would see me with him and they would see us. That last couple skate was watched by everyone, myself included. We all watched the couples out on the rink under the darkened lights in the disco ball glow, skating slow to some soulful 1980s ballad. Each couple under everyone's desiring gaze, dreaming of being in a couple skate of their own. However, it was that longing that I was feeling as I watched those bold twosomes going round and round. There was the very kryptonite of my own memory making couple skate experience. I wanted my couple skate to be private, beyond audience speculation and the junior high rumor mill. So I let my opportunity with Jeff pass. I cared more about public opinion than my own dreamy skate with Jeff. If it is not clear yet, this is my first memory of deeply felt stinging regret. Today's show is to help you avoid feeling this in your life. I want to help you avoid the sorrow that passing on a couple skate brings to anyone lucky enough to be asked. No, this episode is not solely about roller skate date regrets. I'm providing some simple tools to help you avoid the feeling of regret that we've all felt. It is a lesson we all must learn through firsthand experience. No matter how hard our friends, family, well-intentioned strangers try, no one can impress upon us the depth of truly undesirable feelings we will carry under the title of regret. Today I'm sharing a couple of tools that can help you avoid this troubling emotional burden. Jeff and I did not share that magical couple skate that would have opened the door to my being asked to be his girlfriend and all of the possible futures that could have come from that singular experience. That is a burden that I must live with. But not you, friend. Not you. You are going to boldly go where 12-year-old Rebecca could only dream of going. We all have our own version of that roller skate moment, don't we? The opportunity we wanted, maybe even dreamed about, but fear whispered, don't do it. Everyone will see you. What if next time, instead of shrinking, we had the words that reminded us we're bigger than that fear? So let's start with a personal favorite phrase. Favorite phrase, you can call it a mantra, you can call it your cape, your super cape in moments of strife. So this personal favorite phrase is, this is not bigger than me. This one is my favorite because it diminishes the size of the action before me. This is an action phrase. When you're face to face with something you really want and you find yourself feeling daunted by the reality of the experience, say to yourself, this is not bigger than me. Try it right now. Just think of something you really want to do that intimidates you or has you second guessing your ability to do it. Do you have it in mind? Now whisper or speak it out loud. This is not bigger than me. Did it shrink the fear? Did it help you feel more in control? I hope so. I know that it works, and it saved me from allowing many opportunities to pass me by. So now for my second story, I must ask a great qualifier question. Did you know that humans do not breathe underwater like fish? It's true, we don't. Yet, taking a breath underwater with a scuba diving respirator is one of the first things you'll do in your very first scuba lesson. A few years back, while traveling in Honduras, I chose to take scuba diving lessons. For our first lesson, we walked out into waist deep water with our tanks, mask, and respirator on. And the instructor told us to bend over, put our faces in the water, and take a deep breath. I remember lowering my face into the water, feeling the pressure of the water around my mask, and my brain screamed, "Hold your breath!" My heart was racing. These are two unnatural actions taking place at the same time. Not holding your breath and inhaling as your face is underwater and you're looking at the ocean floor. I did it though. I took one slow breath in and then exhaled my bubbles. And just like that, I found calm where fear had been. This step alone knocks out a large percent of wannabe scuba divers. Their brains simply cannot, will not, override the desire to hold their breath, much less inhale. Anxiety and claustrophobia set in, and bam! The dream of swimming in the gorgeous blue depths of a Caribbean sea are over before they had the chance to begin. In that moment, you may ponder if it's worth the effort. I had to take a minute and calm my anxious mind so that breathing underwater felt safe. I had to build trust in my equipment and know that I would be okay. A few of my classmates headed back to the rental shop to return their gear and ask for a refund, as they simply could not get past that first step of putting their face in the water with their respirator and their mask on and taking a breath. They simply could not get past the anxiety of breathing with their face underwater. And if you can't get past that, then you surely won't get to fully submerged and trust in your scuba gear. This is where the next phrase comes into play. See, I was on a small island in Honduras for these lessons. Scuba diving here promised the possibility of swimming with whale sharks and dolphins, and I wanted to live those experiences. The second phrase, for me, is often used when I'm traveling out of the country, but it applies in many ways in common day-to-day events too. The chance meeting that feels so good you want to ask that new friend to do something again in the future. The easy conversation with your supervisor that is the perfect moment to pitch the idea you've been developing. Or for me right now, the series of events that has created the space for me to write and record these podcast episodes. I've been wanting to create this podcast for years, and now is the time because I may never pass this way again. And that's your key phrase. I may never pass this way again is the empowering phrase for that moment. Too often we feel that we'll have another opportunity to do that thing, have that experience, or spend time with that person, and then the second chance never arrives. You see, life is for the living. These experiences and your commitment to tune into adventure creates the space and the courage you need to live in that moment. That split-second decision space to leap into your desire or hold back and let the moment pass. What is that opportunity in your future that you're looking forward to, but you may carry just enough hesitation or fear that you're considering sitting this one out and waiting for the next chance to do it? You may never pass this way again. To visit that place, to meet that person, or to have that experience. Repeat this mantra and step into the experience now. This is the place, and now is the time. So, friend, the next time fear tries to talk you out of something your heart truly wants, pause and remind yourself, this is not bigger than me, and I may never pass this way again. These are more than words. They're permission to live fully, to say yes to the adventure that is right in front of you. And if you know someone who's been holding back, share this episode with them. You might just give them the courage they need to lace up their skates, take that deep breath, and say yes to their next great adventure. They'll love you for it. So until next time, safe travels, friend.
Thank you for listening to Tune Into Adventure. If today's episode sparked something in you, share it with a friend who may need that same spark. And if you're loving what you hear, please leave a 5-star review and hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. You'll find links, resources, and ways to connect in the show notes, including how to share your story or tell Rebecca about a fellow adventurer. Remember, that adventure you've been thinking about? It's closer than you think, and you're braver than you know. Until next time, safe travels and soulful journeys. This podcast is presented solely for educational and entertainment purposes. Rebecca is just your friend. She's not a licensed therapist, and this podcast is not intended as a substitute for the advice of a physician, professional coach, psychotherapist, or other qualified professional. We'll see you in the next episode.